Hey Jackal, in this video I'll show you how to make a template but also make a version of that template. What does that mean? If you go to the inspector tab and have the template applied to a clip, you'll have the effects and you'll have a bunch of versions. In this case I have 3 enabled. The center one, left one and right one. And you can make up to 6 versions. Now in this case I have a full screen, I have each corner, and the last one is the center, but it's also animated. But this doesn't have to be just an effect applied to a clip. This can also be a text template. That is animated. Now do you want to know how to do that? Let's get digital. If you just have a text, we'll go to the media pool, right click, make a new fusion composition. When you make it, simply put it onto a timeline and you'll make this into a text template, but I'll show you how to do this with the video. So this video doesn't have anything, so I can simply go into the fusion page. Now I'll make a simple template, so I'll use a background node, a merge node, I'll use rectangle, and if you want to be fancy, we can also use fast noise. So the rectangle will be connected to the background node, and this will be connected to the fast noise node. Since we want to make this into an outline, we'll make the width and height as 1. We'll uncheck the solid and increase the border radius. Now depending on how you want to change the color, if you want to change it in the background node, it's best if you connect the rectangle to the fast noise and the fast noise to the background. And now in the fast noise node, I'll simply disconnect it. You can adjust the detail, the contrast, the brightness, and if you want to have some animation, adjust the seed rate, keep it small if you want the animation to be slow, otherwise just increase the value if you want the animation to be fast. So this is how that could look like. I'll now connect this to the merge node, and this has to be in the front, that is why this is the green input. The background, where the media in is in the background, so yellow input. And if you also wanted to mask this out, maybe with an ellipse, you would put this in the blue input, and this masks the green input. At the moment, we don't see anything, because the ellipse doesn't intersect with this border, so if I increase it, we'll now see the border. But this also depends on what you select in the ellipse. So if I invert the mask, we'll see everything that's outside, and we would also see everything even if the ellipse is small. I won't be using the ellipse, I've just showed you how to use the mask. Now I'll want to make this into a macro, so select all of the nodes that make the composition, except the media out. If you have the fusion composition with the text, you will simply have the text node connected to the media out, and you will select the text node. So select all of the nodes, right click on one of them, make a macro, and also I forgot one thing, we want to be able to change the position of the whole composition. So I need a transfer node so that I can scale it down and position it how I want. So now when you have everything, make a macro. So in the transfer node, I want to be able to change the center and the size. In the background node, I just want to be able to change the color. And I'll just have a solid color. And I think that's about it. Now I'll go to save. You can use save as group or save as, it doesn't really matter. Now in this case, because it will be an overlay, this will be an effect. If you don't have the edit folder, you should right click and make a new one, call it edit with capital E, and then also make these 3 folders if you don't have them, and this will go to the effects. Give it a name and save it. Go to the edit page and effects, so I see the effect and I can apply it to the clip. And I have the options that I've enabled. So I can adjust the size and I can adjust the position and the color if I so want. Now with the effect applied to the clip, I'll go to the Fusion page using this magic wand icon, and we have the macro tool here. You'll have to select it, and in the Inspector tab, you'll want to click on this icon, Versions. This will give you a list of 1 to 6, and by default, 1 is selected. So this will be the default. I'll simply click on 2, adjust the position, and scale it down to 0.5. And this position will be 0.75. When I click on a new version, the values will be the same as the version that is currently selected. So now I have a total of 5 versions. I can select this one, go to this one, change the color. In this case I didn't enable the border width, so I can't animate it. But if I did, I would also be able to animate that. But what I can do maybe is animate the size. So go to the beginning and do the animation. Now I have 6 versions. The one that is selected will be the default, so I'll select number 1. Then right click on the tool, go to Settings, Save As. Now you should save this anywhere that you want. I'll save it to this location and simply copy it so I can see where it is. So this is the name that I'll give it. I will now cut it from this location and I'll paste it to where we first made the macro. If you don't know where the macro is saved, you'll first have to right click and make one. If you can't make it, simply select multiple nodes. We won't be saving anything, we just want the path. So save as, and this is the path that we want. Actually go to Templates, Edit, Effects, and I can simply now paste this in. So I'll close it. And let's see if I see it. I do. If you don't see the template, you'll have to close DaVinci Resolve and open it again. Now let me grab a new clip, put the effect on, go to Effects, and now I have all of the versions that I've made. Apply it to the clip, and the last one doesn't show anything, and that's because this is animated, as you can see. Once you have the final template done with all of the versions, go to the folder where you've saved them. As you can see, I've made these two, and if you look at the file size, the original one with only one version is smaller, so I'll delete this one and leave the one with the 6 versions. And that's how I can make templates with up to 6 versions in DaVinci Resolve. And if you found this video helpful, you know what to do. I'm Simon, until next time jackals, keep it digital.